Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, your phone vibrates, notifications everywhere, but they're not about your usual stuff. They're panicked messages, urgent news alerts, videos of people in the streets. You open your banking app to check something, but the app won't load. You try again, nothing. Then you see it. A message from your bank, timestamp 3:47 a.m. Due to a global financial anomaly, all accounts have been frozen indefinitely. Not frozen. The word hits different when you read it slowly. All accounts, globally, every single one. You scroll through the news. The headlines get worse by the minute. At 4:15 a.m., stock exchanges around the world went dark. Not crashed, dark, like someone flipped a switch. Within an hour, every cryptocurrency exchange did the same. Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything, gone. The wallets still exist, but the values, impossible to calculate. At 5 a.m., the first banks start closing, not because of regulations, because people were already showing up, demanding their physical cash. And the banks realized something terrifying. The money physically never existed, not in full. It was always just numbers, and the numbers just stopped. At 6:30 a.m., the first supermarket locks its doors. Here's what nobody tells you about an economy. It only works if everyone believes in the game at the same time. The moment that belief cracks, everything cracks with it. So imagine this. What if, tomorrow, every form of currency, cash, digital, crypto, everything simply ceased to exist? Not lost value, ceased to exist. You can't use it. You can't trade it. You can't hold it. It's not that it's worthless. It's that it's nothing. It never was anything. We just agreed it was. What happens when the agreement ends? Is this the moment humanity finally understands what value really is? Or is this when we discover how fragile everything actually was? You're about to find out. Every great discovery begins with a great question. And today, here on Noxory, we're exploring another one. If you like discovering how the world really works and exploring questions that challenge the way we think, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next documentaries. Now, let's begin. You step outside your apartment at 7:30 a.m. The streets are already different, not destroyed, not burning, just confused. People are standing around, looking at their phones, looking at each other. Some are talking, most are silent. There's a kind of collective shock that hasn't turned into panic yet. It's still in the space between understanding and reacting. You walk toward the nearest supermarket. It's only a few blocks away. You want to know if things are still normal, stocked, available. The automatic doors don't open. There's a handwritten sign taped to the glass, temporarily closed. Will reopen when we figure out the payment system. When we figure out, as if they could just invent one, as if a system that took centuries to build could be replaced in hours. You try the next door, same situation. The manager is inside, standing behind the counter, watching. He sees you and shakes his head. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't need to. At noon, you hear on your car radio that emergency meetings are happening in capitals around the world. Presidents, prime ministers, central banks, emergency sessions. They use words like stabilize and restore confidence. But everyone listening knows the truth they're not saying. They have no idea what to do. At 3 p.m., the first government announcement comes. The Treasury Secretary looks exhausted. He announces a temporary measure. All physical assets, homes, land, vehicles, businesses, are now frozen from sale or transfer. To prevent chaos, he says, prevent chaos, as if freezing everything won't cause it, as if people won't notice they can't buy food, but the government can seize their houses. You try to call your boss, he doesn't answer, neither do your coworkers. At 4 p.m., you realize why. Your company just sent a mass email. All operations suspended until further notice. Indefinite. That's the word everyone uses now. A man walks past you on the street. He's carrying a leather briefcase. Inside, you can see through the gap, are stacks of cash, actual bills. He's walking fast. You watch him turn down an alley. Something shifts in your brain right then. For the first time you understand, cash, which everyone said was dying anyway, is now the only currency that exists, and the supply is fixed. There's only so much physical money in the world. You can't print more, or maybe you can, but it'll take time, and time is the one thing nobody has. The streets are filling up now. People are starting to move. They're heading somewhere, not in panic, in purpose. You see families leaving their homes with whatever they can carry. There's a man with a bicycle loaded with canned goods. A woman pushing a shopping cart filled with bottled water. Someone's moving a generator down the street on a dolly. Everyone is thinking the same thing. Secure what you can carry. Everyone's converging on a particular part of the city. The markets, the food markets, the farmers' markets, the places where you can see what you're trading for before the trade happens. This is where the invisible becomes visible. No screens, no numbers disappearing into digital voids. Just goods and people and the raw calculation of what one thing is worth against another. The first barter economy is forming, and nobody organized it. It's just what makes sense now. An old woman is standing with crates of apples, fresh from her farm, apparently. Around her, people are offering things. A man offers his watch. A woman offers a painting. Someone else offers a pair of shoes, brand new. The old woman shakes her head at each offer. Then someone approaches with a bolt of fabric, good quality. The woman's eyes change. She nods. They make a deal right there. You realize something? It's working. The economy didn't collapse. It transformed, slower, more manual, more human in a strange way. Each person knows the real value of what they're trading, not because a machine told them, because they can touch it, feel it, negotiate it. Here's where you need to pause and think about something real. If you lived in a world where money didn't exist, where every transaction was direct and visible, where your power was measured in land, goods, skills, or alliances, would you be better off? Think about that, not theory, practice, your actual life. What would you lose? What would you gain? Would it be more fair? Or just unequal in a different way, easier to see, but harder to change? If you have valuable skills, you'd have power. If you don't, you'd accept whatever they offer. At least with money, there was the illusion that everyone started at the same point, that anyone with work could buy food, that there was a safety net. Without money, there's no illusion, just raw reality. From the news, you learn that governments are starting to make threats, not declared, not obvious. But the language shifts. Naval movements, troop deployments, rumors. The U.S. wants oil from the Persian Gulf. Saudi Arabia wants grain from Brazil. Brazil wants technology from China. China wants minerals from Australia. But nobody can pay because there's no universal currency. And when you can't pay, you negotiate. And when negotiation fails, you threaten. And when threats don't work, force follows. Each country is securing supply chains the old way, with strength or the threat of it. Fleets repositioning, soldiers mobilizing, all in silence, all routine exercises. You understand then, money was never really about exchange. It was about power. Money just made power invisible, abstract. Let you deal with numbers instead of reality. Someone was controlling you, but so elegantly you never noticed. Now, without abstraction, power is raw again. Not a number, a weapon, a soldier at a border, food you can't buy, a threat you can hear clearly. On day 12, something unexpected emerges. In the chaos, some people start proposing alternatives to currency altogether. A tech collective in San Francisco developed a blockchain-based system that doesn't require banks, doesn't require government, doesn't require trust in any central authority. It's decentralized. It's peer-to-peer. It's everything they promised crypto would be, before crypto became just another asset controlled by the wealthy. By day 15, the system goes live. It spreads fast. People are desperate. Physical currency is failing. Barter works locally, but falls apart at scale. This new system offers something in between. Digital, so it scales. Decentralized, so no government controls it. Based on limited supply, so inflation isn't an option. Within a month, 40% of the global population adopts it. Within 2 months, it's over 70%. The old system collapses not with a bang, but with millions of small surrenders. People stop trying. They stop waiting for governments to fix things. They just switch. Download the app, get a wallet, start trading. It's surprisingly smooth, actually. Smoother than the old system was after it broke. Governments are furious. They try to ban it. They try to regulate it. They try to create competing systems. But the moment they touch it, it becomes tainted. People don't trust government systems anymore. They've seen what government does with a money monopoly. Prints more when convenient, freezes accounts, controls who eats and who doesn't. The decentralized system can't do that, can't print money, can't freeze accounts, can only exist if people believe in it. And they do. You're standing in a market again, 3 months after the money disappeared. The old currency, government digital, old printed bills, is almost worthless now. People accept it sometimes, but they're not counting on it. The new system, blockchain, is what everyone uses. You pull up your phone, you have your wallet, you can see your balance. You can trade with someone on the other side of the world instantly, for the first time since the old system collapsed. But something interesting happened. Your purchasing power isn't determined by how many tokens you have. It's determined by what you can do. Your skills, your connections, your ability to provide value. The playing field is different now. Old advantages, inherited wealth, inherited networks still exist, but they're less insurmountable than before. A person with real skills can build wealth faster. But there's a cruel side. A person with no skills and no luck faces starvation, no safety net, no government check, only what you can produce and trade. More brutal, also more honest. But here's what you're realizing now. This new system, still money, just different, still concentrates power, still creates inequality, still an abstraction letting some people have power without anyone understanding why. The only difference, power is spread out, not in one government's hands, in thousands of hands. That makes it harder to see, harder to resist. You've gone full circle, thought you were escaping a broken system, but you rebuilt it on a new foundation. The money didn't disappear. It transformed, and you're back where you started, just with a different tool in your hand. The question that stays with you 3 months later is simple. If money disappeared forever and we had to rebuild from nothing, would we build something better? Or would we just recreate the same system with a different name? That's what keeps you up at night, not fear, uncertainty, the feeling that you solved one problem only to discover the problem was never about money. It was about us, about how we decide who deserves what. And no system can solve that for you. That's one of those questions that stays. And Noxory exists exactly for that, for questions that don't leave your head. If you want more,